Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Two Beers with the Band podcast. My name's Harkos. I just edit everything around here for Chris, but I'm welcoming you here right now to part 2 of the great conversation with Xefe and Stryke right here on Two Beers with the Band podcast. Now, if you have not seen part 1 or heard it, if you're listening on audio only, make sure you go back and check out part 1 before you come here and check out part 2, because this takes off right where part 1 left off. So, without further ado, let's get into part 2 with Xefe and Stryke right here on Two Beers of the Band podcast.
Okay, well, no, the reason I ask is because you can take just about any other, I'm not going to say any genre of music, but let's say the basics: blues, pop, rock, bubblegum rock, all the subgenres. You can listen to a song and you can see what the artist is trying to say. You can get the feeling that the artist is trying to promote. But that song might hit a little different for you, so you might feel something a little different when you hear the song. And that's the beauty of music.
Yes.
So the artist is giving you their version of the song, and then you translate it into what works for you.
Yes.
Do you guys do the same thing with your beats?
What do you mean? Like translating?
Could I listen to one of your songs, finished product minus the vocals, and sit there and listen to it and say, you know what, I like that. I don't have anything for it, but I want it because that speaks to me. I don't want anybody else to take this because there's something there, but I haven't gotten it yet. So I go ahead and I either pay you or we work something out, and I guess basically I own that now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would it be easy for me to say, you know what, this is going to be a Rise from the Ashes song? This is going to be I'm on Top of the World?
Well,
or this is going to be me showing, hard work to get from here to there? Or is this going to be a song about, you know what, man, heartbreak? Or I had somebody pass on unexpectedly, or there's some bad shit going on down here, in the world or over in this part of town, and people need to know about that. I mean, can I get that from your beats?
Well, yes. The answer to that is yes. And I would say, having a beat that speaks to someone is like definitely the goal. Because I want my beats to speak to people, but in reality, most of the time, if I get a sale, it's probably just gonna be someone like thinking, "Oh, this is fire! Like this is just a really cool sounding beat, a lot of ear candy." It's just like, I don't know, they just like the sound of it. But I want my beats to speak to people.
Yeah.
So, what genre of music do you want to sell your beats to specifically? Or is it whoever will buy it and use it for good?
I mean,
Really,
whoever would buy it, yeah. I mean,
nah, I wouldn't say whoever.
well, I
don't
mean,
want just
in the
anybody.
future, like I would say if I had like a bigger name for myself, then yeah, if there was just if there was some rando pop artists trying to get on like a rage beat, I would be like, dude, no.
Yeah.
But like for now, yeah, if people have money, I'm gonna take it. I'm 18 years old. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, you're starting out, so
yeah,
you got to do whatever it takes to pay the bills,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, your target customer is going to be hip hop or rap.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So somebody coming in with a unique pop song, you would sell to, obviously, but it's not your target customer. It's not necessarily somebody you're going for.
That, I mean, if it's good money, that's a good question, because that can really like make or break a producer's career, I guess, is getting associated with the wrong audience.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that would kind of suck.
Excuse me.
who are your I'm not going to say idols, but who are the producers out there that you strive to be like?
Pi'erre Bourne,
Pi'erre Bourne,
Metro Bourne. I mean,
Southside.
we can even give that underground names, because these underground dudes are so cool.
Okay.
Nowadays, there's like Draco FM. That's a group
Yeah.
full of
That's
really innovative guys that I take a lot of inspiration from. And obviously, okay, we're gonna be okay. He's cool. Nate CXO,
yeah.
innovative. I could keep naming people, but like
There's a bunch of producers in the underground scene that are just super talented, and like we could keep naming them on and on, but I just like I think we're just totally different. I don't know.
Are those guys hearing y'all speaks?
Not right now.
Yeah, probably not right now.
Probably not. I don't think we're big enough yet. Not yet, but we hope that they will get to them or the artists, because really the underground is really all about connections.
But yeah, I mean, the
That's-
people that we
That's
name,
when music.
the people that we name, that's the kind of level we're trying to get to. I mean, or want to be like. That's what we want to be like perceived as, like how people look at Pi'erre Bourne. Like I want people to look at us like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think it's more difficult in the hip hop rap world as a producer to get out there? Because in, let's say, indie rock, once you've produced the album or the song as a band and it's out there for the world to hear, pretty much, I mean, producers, engineers, record labels, other bands, you know, your idols, people you strive to be like, whatever, it's easier for them to hear the finished product because it's out there now and it's got a genre label or multiple genre labels, and it'll just be thrown in somebody's face. But as a hip hop producer, do you think it's more difficult to get your product out there because it is an unfinished song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say it's more difficult than it ever has been before with the abundance of music being made today. But I don't really know.
Everybody's making music, and everybody's not good at it.
I don't necessarily know how it differentiates from other genres, because I mean they could be struggling the same.
Well,
Yeah,
if you're an indie artist, period, you're probably struggling.
yeah.
That's why you're an indie artist. But I mean, it seems like for you to reach the ears that you want to reach, you need someone else to
Yeah.
help you or to support you.
You gotta rely on somebody else.
Being a producer is a lot of relying on other people, which is not the best part about it, but it sure is fun. Making beats, so it's whatever, and it's still like, it's better than like being a producer is more interesting to me than like I would say like a mastering engineer, because they mastering engineer will make the final product better, sure, but like they're not really contributing to the art of any of it, like a producer would with creating an instrumental themselves. So that's why I prefer producing.
So if I came to you guys, I bought one of your beats, and I wanted you to come to the studio with me. I laid down the vocal track, and I said, "There it is, song's done." would you take that vocal track and lay it into what you're doing and then finish it and put it out there in the wild for the world to see, or
the artist.
or do you lean on someone else to clean it up at the end?
I mean, I don't think that's typically how songs are made. I mean, if we're in a studio with an artist, we usually are making the beat, or we'll have a couple of beats before then, and we'll play it for them, and they'll see if they want to hop on it, or just see if they have any type of vision for the beat, and then they'll lay vocals on it and make it a full song. And then like the engineers come in post-production, it makes it a full song. So I mean, I feel like that's the way.
Do you know what vocal presets are?
No.
That's a very new concept.
Yeah.
In FL Studio mostly, but kind of like, I don't know. That's just in the past like 5 years, I would say it's become like the norm for like these new rappers, but it makes it super easy to make good sounding music fast, because all the plugins that are needed to mix an artist's vocals or a rapper's vocals can be like preloaded. And whenever they're recording their vocals, it just automatically goes into this good sounding preset. So like artists are engineering themselves more than ever before.
Yeah.
So like after we make the instrumental with no vocals on it, that's kind of it for us. We don't do much else
So
to the
so
final
easy to
product.
record.
Unless we are engineering is a whole different thing. And we engineer for people, but like most artists that we work with, at least, and artists today will use vocal presets, and they can deal with all that themselves after we're done producing.
What if I bought one of your beats and I laid down a vocal track, but I sped up what you sold me, and maybe I tweaked it a little bit here, there, and yonder to make it fit what I think the vocal track is? How would you feel about that?
Well, I mean, if it was bad, I would be pretty pissed, but like you can't really do anything about it, because once you sell a beat to someone, it's their property. Like that's how the copyright laws work, that I learned in school. So yeah, once you sell a beat, it's theirs. They can do whatever they want with it. So speed it up, whatever.
So basically, I would take your name off of it.
Oh no, we still got credit.
No,
You still have to
get a credit.
You still have to get like a credit. But if the beat is purchased like before the song is released, it's theirs, and we don't have to necessarily get any money off that comes from streaming if they like pre-purchased.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, someone listens to the song and they're like, "Hey, this just something doesn't sound right. Let me see who all's involved in this." And y'all's names attached to it.
Yeah.
And you don't like the finished product.
That's an interesting question. I mean,
there's nothing. There's
nothing we could really do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, your name's attached to that.
I've never really thought about a scenario like that before, just because I haven't had anything released that has been like received negatively by an audience, or like super negatively, I guess, because I've obviously you're gonna have haters, but like,
well, of course,
yeah, but like, yeah, I haven't. I don't know what I would do in that situation. If they pre-purchase the beat, you can't do anything. That's the law, and it sucks.
Well, what if you went on social media and basically said, "Look, this is not what we produced"? Could you do that? legally, or
Yeah.
I mean, could
You
that
would kind of people might take it weird, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I'm only asking because I think, again, it's different in hip hop and in rap as a beat producer, because once you sell that song, it's gone. It's no longer under your control. Well, now they control it. Well, they might trash it, possibly.
Yeah.
But now your name is attached to that song.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes to trash, it goes to trash. I don't think there's anything we can really do about it.
This is only for pre-purchased beats that are sold before like anybody records vocals on them. But as far as like artists who we know well and want to work with, that just is kind of we send them whatever, and then if it gets released, then we'll get splits from streaming and royalties.
So what kind of contract is signed if I come to you and you put something out there and I heard it and I want it? What kind of contract do we sign?
Tell them about John Hicks, bro.
So you would sign a producer agreement. It'll basically give you, if you didn't sell the beat to him before, you get a producer agreement. It will talk about splits and royalties. Splits is, or if you did the whole beat by yourself and it's just the other artists on there, you get 50% splits. And then, like with the manager or something, you would talk about royalties and just, yeah, I think that's just like the gist of it.
Well, what I'm asking is, I have a manager that comes to you and says, we want that beat. We're going to purchase it from you. What do you guys do as far as a contract or the whole legalities of it? What do you guys do? Do you have a manager? Do you have someone that handles the business end of it?
Yeah.
Or is that something you guys do as well?
I mean, we have to kind of understand how it works, but our guy Chris, shout out Chris Pierce Media,
Chris Pierce Media
on Instagram, verified by the way. But yeah, he's really good about that kind of stuff.
So he takes care of all the contract part. You guys are the artistic part.
Yeah.
And y'all leave the business to someone else.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, we're not idiots.
Well, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if I was in your shoes and I made a beat and I put it out there and somebody came to me and said, a manager hit me up and said, hey man, we want this. We want this for our artist, blah, 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 this and that. What would I have to do to draw up a contract to make sure everything went the way it should, as I got paid what I should get paid, how I should get paid, if there's some sort of nuance in there about, oh, well, if we sell this many records, we'll give you a bonus, or something like, I mean, just the intricacies that come in these giant contracts. I'm not saying you're an idiot. I'm just saying that the business part of music business is, it can be a little rough. It is rough. It is rough. So, you said that you got someone that takes care of that because that's their job.
Yeah. And I don't think we've actually gotten any super gigantic contracts yet with with a lot of details, because his big placement that he got with Giovanni, the producer agreement he had to sign was only about splits from streaming and royalties. It didn't have anything to do with anything else. Just because these guys aren't like fully there yet, like these guys have like 100K to 250K listeners on Spotify. So it's not like they're super up there yet, and the contract's like gigantic. It's pretty simple.
So, hold on. Sorry, Harkos. I think they found the most wobbly wheeled cart in the whole freaking building. They must be running up and down the halls with it. Holy crap. If you want to take it off, go ahead. Okay. Well,
No, I was just talking about zipping it down.
oh, okay. I was going to say we can, because when you move around that jacket, the lav mic's really,
Oh, for real?
yeah, it's really picking it up. I mean, it's okay, you know. All right, Harkos, we're going to be back in 3, 2, 1. What kind of education do you think a hip hop producer should have? Or what kind of base knowledge do you think a good hip hop producer should have?
How to use a DAW to its core, like everything about it.
Like,
you know, a DAW is
all the shortcuts, every single, oh my God.
digital audio works.
Learn a DAW. Learn a DAW. Just not Logic, because Logic is ass.
Are there new products coming out frequently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plugins. So, he was talking about VSTs before. Those are pretty much just add-ons to your DAW. Which the DAW is the main software, which has all the functionality stuff, and then plugins are like your audio effects, like your reverbs and your echoes and stuff. And it can also be instruments downloaded.
So is that something you pay for?
Some people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the reason I ask is because if you have to pay for this product, don't you think you should be producing music that someone's paying you for? So
it's in order to profit.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and these plugins are also fun to use. So I mean, it's like if you're paying for it, I mean, sometimes they'll be worth the money. But sometimes they won't be because they're ridiculously expensive, and we just know some friends that have them, and we'd borrow them.
Yeah.
So if I came to you guys and said, you know what, guys, I like what I'm hearing from you. I enjoy the songs that I've heard that these rappers have picked up. And I've flipped over the CD. Yes, I still listen to CDs. And I see you guys' name there. And I research you a little bit. And I come to you and say, I want to do what you do. But I have no knowledge of anything. I like music. That's it. What would you tell me I need to do first?
Watch YouTube. And this is okay. This is a conversation that we have had so many times because we've had so many people that we were acquainted with wanting to start doing this kind of stuff, and they will always ask us for help. And it's like the YouTube video, like having a visual with, like, I don't know, if it's just professionally edited, they can explain to you this stuff way better than we just could.
Because we just already know how to do everything, and if we taught you, you wouldn't understand. So yeah,
it's better to learn
in us telling them how to
from a YouTube video than just asking someone who's experienced.
So basically, you would tell me, look, we're self-taught at doing this, but we do have some education in music.
Yes.
So you need to get a little bit of knowledge when it comes to music theory, and you need to watch YouTube videos, or
yes, sir.
You go to these other platforms that teach you how to do things. And see if it really speaks to you, and if it does, move forward. If it doesn't, maybe you need to find something else. I mean, is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
Because I think being a producer in other genres of music is a completely different skill set, because there are so many other nuances involved in songs. Or am I wrong for saying that?
No, you're not wrong at all.
No, and because I've seen it too at school. We record bands. Well, and that's electric guitar, bass, drum set, and all that, and that's a completely different story than what we do on our own.
Okay.
It's still very interesting though, regardless.
Okay. Who do you want to hear your music and buy your songs? Who?
Yeah.
I'm talking about your dream album.
Oh, dream album?
Yeah.
We're talking
I'd
dream
say,
album.
You know, probably any.
That's a hard question. I haven't really thought about that. A dream album.
You're asking who we want to hear our stuff?
No.
Oh.
When you listen to their song,
Yes.
it's your beats.
What do you mean? Like inspiration?
Who are you listening to when you leave here and get in the car to leave? Who are you listening to?
With our beats?
No, who are you listening
Who
to?
are we listening to?
Osama Netspin, Che, Glock 40 Spaz, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, out of that group of artists, who do you want to pick up your beats and make us
all of them that I just named.
I want to work with everybody. Like, I want to create a lot of different stuff with a lot of different people. I feel like I can capture different emotions with different types of artists. Because Osama Sonny, he's more of a like hard, like flexing. Yeah, he's the I want to say he's the definition of a flexer, but he's a flexer. But 1 a.m. he's on some like weird, like TDF. That's his producer, and TDF makes some really weird beats, and he just raps on them so differently than everybody else. So, I mean, I want to work with a lot of people.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pour myself another beer before we move forward. And guys, this is a Czech style Pilsner from Alexander. Let me see. Schilling Beer Company. I'm sorry, Schilling Beer Company out of Littleton, New Hampshire. And the beer is Alexander. It is a 5.0% ABV. And you guys don't need to know anything about this beer.
Yeah, I definitely don't know what that means.
So, do you feel like you guys are making a name for yourself being so young? Or do you think that people look at your age and say, you know what, they're just not there yet. They're young, they don't know.
It's the best time to start. Young.
Well, do you feel like your age is a hurdle that you have to get over?
No, not really.
Well, to an extent, kind of, I guess. Because I guess I would say that any older generation might not take what we're doing as seriously as we're actually trying to take it. But I don't know. I think I would say we're definitely still making a name for ourselves amongst the younger people.
Well, if I came to you and I said, guys, you're too young. You haven't been around long enough. You don't know what you're doing.
Oh,
I mean, it's really
that
up to
wouldn't.
them.
I mean, I would just like I would forget anyone ever said that because I know I wouldn't let anyone tell that to me.
So you're not going to listen to the haters.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Do you think that is a good mindset to have?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think it'll move you further, faster, not listening to the haters?
There's a difference between hate and constructive criticism, though.
Yeah.
Because people actually might know what they're talking about. If they want to, give you tips, like, yeah, I want to be able to hear people out. But if what you're saying doesn't make sense or you can't back it up, it's stupid to me, and I'm not gonna let that affect my mood or whatever I'm doing with music.
So if somebody came to you and did trash talk you and say, you're too young, you don't know what you're doing, I've heard your stuff, and it's just not there, would you automatically write them off, or would you question them and say, okay, then what do you not like about my music? What did you hear that turned me off to make you say that? Or would you just kind of say, you know what, you're a hater and move on?
Well, yeah, I would definitely want to hear what they have to say, actually. But like it just depends on what they say is how serious I'll take them. Like, because if they want to say, like, for example, like, I don't know, distortion is a really common thing in electronically produced music now, and for whatever reason, a lot of people don't like it. So like, but there's a lot of people that do like it. So, and I'm one of those people. So like, I'm not like, if someone wants to say, oh, your music is too distorted, I don't care, because that's how I like it. Like, I wouldn't.
Yeah. I would just say, like, I'm not listening to people who don't know what I'm trying to go for. Like, if you don't know what I'm trying to go for, if you have something to say about it, like, I don't really care if they say it in a nice manner, but I'm just saying, like, if somebody's trying to say something, I'll let them say it, but I'm just still gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and somebody else is gonna really like it. So I'm not making music for. Well, I am making music for them, but I'm making music for myself too, because I do it the way I want to do it.
Have you ever had an artist sit down with you and ask, what am I supposed to feel when I hear your beats?
No, because they usually just understand it.
Yeah.
It translates.
So they don't have to ask. They can feel your mood, they can feel your vibe through the music without any vocals even being there.
Yes.
Do you think that that is a skill only hip hop and rap has?
No.
You think all music has that skill?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I didn't think about it, but yes, all music.
Okay. All right. Well, I was just curious because it seems like, again, that hip hop and rap is a combination of multiple artists on one song.
Yeah.
And it seems like almost it's left up to the person laying the vocals down to translate the song, to bring the feeling.
Bring it to life. Finish what was started.
Have you ever sat down with an artist that just didn't get what?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
So how do you do that? Do you say, look, this is what I was feeling, this is what we're trying to portray, your way over here with it, and I'm not sure how that's going to work? Or do you just kind of say, you know what, make it yours, do with it what you will?
We would definitely try to guide them in the right direction first. Then that they can re-record or tweak whatever they need to tweak. And if it's still not good, then I'll just be like, okay, whatever. Like I'm not gonna help him more if like I'm not gonna help people more if they just don't get it, because it's
If they
supposed to
don't
be
wanna listen.
it's supposed to be understood like immediately.
Okay, well, what if they don't understand it? Is it going to be a good fit, do you think? Possibly. Or is it going to be something that you need to walk away from right now before it gets worse?
Everyone understands it differently, and there's not necessarily a correct way to, like, if I sent, like, say I sent the same beat to like 5 rappers, like 3 of them could understand it and have different sounding products, while 2 of them don't understand it, and it's just worse. You get what I'm saying though? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Well, how many different songs do you have out there that y'all did everything but the vocals for?
A lot.
Yeah, too many to count. I mean, we probably could count.
Like I
But-
said, me and him did a whole album with our artist Dro. Who else? We
What
had
wa-
9.
What was the name of that album?
What is it?
Man,
I think it was
talking about Math.
Yeah, I think it was a
Dude,
Math.
Math is, yeah, that album got taken off.
Yeah, it got taken off streaming platform.
But there, I mean, it's not like that was all of our work. Like, we still have work out with that guy Drossetti, and then there's this guy, there's a guy Tesney, Govani,
Twofold.
Dexful's on SoundCloud with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really song with him, but it's
So the album that got taken off streaming, is there any way a consumer could find that music?
Is it on SoundCloud?
what?
Sure,
Which
probably
one?
not. Math.
Nah, it's not.
Not
But
anymore.
I mean, we still have other stuff with other people.
Those songs weren't making crazy money or anything, so we're not like offended that they're taken off streaming.
Well, why was it taken down?
He just wanted to.
It's because he's in the process of, I guess, in the process of getting signed to a record label. Like, he's been at it with these guys at Alamo Records for a minute. He's the point of it was really to just clean up his profile, because he has so much music out, and he just wanted to make it look nice, I guess, more professional.
So how does that make you feel, knowing that all that work is just gone?
We're not offended, because it was like
He told us before he even did it that he was going to take it off streaming platforms. We were like, okay.
It was some of the first stuff that we did with him, and we've made better things since then. So whatever.
If you take 8 songs off a streaming platform and put out 16 more, them 8 songs don't matter anymore. Like 16 brand new, better songs than the other 8. Like, I feel like those 8 songs just don't matter anymore. I mean, they still matter, but you feel what I'm trying to say? Just like,
well, the 16 better songs are going to get you more promotion than the 8 bad songs.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I can see that, but it would almost seem like, to me, almost like a slap in the face.
I mean,
I worked this hard to make this music, and we collabed with this artist. We have a finished product. We put it out there. I liked it.
Yeah.
But now it's gone forever.
Well,
because somebody somewhere decided, oh, we're going to go a different route.
Well, for one, 8 songs, it sounds like a lot of work, but it's really not. It's not that big of a deal for us.
he made them songs that day. Well, not that day, but he can make 8 more songs in a day. So
that, and also like we they weren't getting a lot of streams either. So I mean, we probably still have these songs in our files app on our phone if we want to listen to them.
Yeah.
We don't really. It's not the biggest deal. I mean, I get what you're saying though about a slap in the face, but it's not like that.
I feel like because we all mutually agreed that, these don't need to be on streaming platforms. We can take it off. It's not the biggest deal ever. So
Well, if you can make 8 songs in one day, are they all going to vary with different instruments? Or do you kind of follow a same building block and then just kind of tweak things here and there, maybe add this, remove that, but everything's kind of the same? Or is each individual song completely different from
Yeah.
the other?
Every single one of our beats are completely different from each other. I mean, we can use the same sounds and even same drums, but we can create a whole different type of emotion with the same amount of sounds we use. So it's not really if what was the question you asked, or not question, but
All right, y'all. I just wanted to hop in here and take a quick little break from this great episode. I know it's a great conversation they're having, but I promise we'll get back to it in just 1 second. For those of y'all who don't know, my name is Harkos, and I not only edit this episode, but every episode here on Two Beers with the Band podcast. But aside from that, I have my own podcast called Music Making Sense Podcast, where it's all about music marketing, branding, and how to have success. Real success as an independent artist. And every single week I'm dropping all kinds of great tips and tricks for independent artists that you can use to help you grow a real and sustainable fan base online, because I know a lot of independent artists struggle with the online growth, getting themselves out there and starting to get that attention that's going to help them get a real fan base. Okay, and I can help you out. Every single week I drop all kinds of tips and tricks on all the platforms, streaming and especially over on YouTube. And aside from that, I also go live every single Wednesday on YouTube exclusively and review independent artists' music and give live in-person music marketing review and pointers as well too. So if you're an independent artist, or you happen to know some independent artists, such as all these great artists that come by Two Beers with the Band podcast, make sure you come check out Music Making Sense Podcast, available at musicmakingsensepod.com. That's where you can find all the links to all the streaming platforms, all the social media, and to the YouTube channel as well too. So musicmakingsensepod.com for any and everything Music Making Sense Pod. Make sure you come on by, check it out, learn some stuff, and help yourself grow a real and sustainable fan base with all the great knowledge that I put out on a regular basis. And of course, if you have any questions, y'all know how to reach me, musicmakingsensepod.com. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to this great conversation. Let y'all enjoy it. See y'all later.
Well, if you can create 8 songs in one day, are you using the same basic building block?
Presets? No.
And
no.
The answer's no.
so each individual beat, each individual song is going to be its own creation.
Different tempo, different emotion, different instruments used. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what I was getting at. Is each song its own being, or is it just an offshoot of another song? And you answered that question. 8 songs in one day seems like
a lot of
it's
artists,
crazy.
a lot of artists.
Well, here's the thing. Like, rappers don't talk about a whole lot except your
likes and fans, money,
your guns and money and drugs and sex
and woman.
So like, yes, wordplay is still a factor, but it is really a skill that I've seen people pick up just from doing it so much, and people will end up being able to make 8 rap songs. Like 8 indie songs in a day would be 10 times crazier.
That's insane.
10 times crazier than 8 rap songs, or I guess these kind of rap songs that we're making.
Do you ever come up with a beat that you tell yourself, this just not meant for rap? It's a good beat. I love it. It's my baby.
Yeah.
But it's not meant for what it might get used for. Do you shop that differently?
Do we what?
Do you shop that differently? But do you put it out there and go to certain artists and say, hey, I came up with this. I like your style. You talk about different subject matter, or you talk about a certain style of music, or you do a certain style of music that maybe isn't the rap, and you approach that artist and say, hey, I think you'd be a good fit for this.
Yeah.
Here it is, because this needs more than
Mm-hmm.
flexing.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would kind of go about it just like this is more experimental. This is a bigger vision than
Just a regular
a regular rap song, I guess, and just kind of let them know that it's experimental and we just want to see what can come out of it, I guess.
I feel like writing plays a part in it too, because most artists that we work with don't really write, or they do write, but it's like for only certain songs, and they just really punch in and just come off whatever is at the top of their mind. But if we're making a beat that really resonates with us, and we want a song that really resonates with, like, or just a, what's the word? Just like a good song, we will tell them that, like, yo, I kind of have a vision for this, and they'll, just make a song based off our vision.
How many songs do you have out there that are not categorized as rap or hip hop?
Out right now,
None.
probably none.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have definitely worked on things that are definitely not what you wouldn't call hip hop. Just creatively and collaboratively with other people. But I guess none of it has made streaming platforms yet.
Yeah.
Well, so in other words, you have stuff out there in the works that is going to be classified something other than hip hop or rap when it's finished product.
I mean,
Yeah, I would say so.
the thing is though, we make so many finished products that don't end up getting released, I guess. And that's just kind of part of it.
Yeah.
Because you hear about rappers these days, they have a whole unreleased catalog that or leaked songs is what people call it, and that's just kind of how it is.
Do any artist outside of the hip hop world and the rap world have your beats right now? Anybody you can talk about?
Just have my beats or have used them musically?
I'll say both. Somebody has approached you that's outside of the hip hop and the rap world and said, I want to purchase your beat because I like it. I have a song for it. And they're in the process of writing that song, or they're in the process of producing that song, or they've already produced the song and the song's out there, but it's in a different genre besides hip hop and rap.
I don't think I have. I don't think anybody's hit me up about, like, if somebody else is doing
I mean,
pop shit.
the only person I can think of is Sam, but he's not an artist. I mean, my friend Sam is a guitarist, and he just plays a lot of metal music, and um, like I worked with him visually.
Let me do a quick eval of this beer because I am pretty freaking impressed with this beer, guys. It's sat here and warmed up a little bit. It was pretty cold when I poured it. And cold beer to me, especially a craft beer, is kind of a waste because you're not getting all the flavors that are in that beer because the temperature is masking some of the flavors. But overall, I'm enjoying this beer more and more as it sits here and warms up. I don't know if the camera can see it, but that is a very clear, beautiful gold beer with a white foamy head. And it is very delightful as far as drinking. Of course, you guys wouldn't know that.
About that.
You know, you
No.
guys are too young. Y'all don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's too young.
But overall, it has a semi-sweet malt, just a light sweet malt with kind of a bready, grainy taste and just enough hops on the back to clear it up and get rid of the sweetness. So I'm impressed. Very nice beer. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to promote? What's out there? What are you guys doing right now? I mean, just in general, in life, what's going on?
I just got out of school at Nashville State. So I'm about to be able to make more beats. So I'm excited about that.
What kind of classes were you taking?
A music technology certificate. Basically like 10 different classes, all having to do with like studio stuff. There's like a studio recording class, music production class, and there's more I've yet to take, like live sound, like mastering, just all the stuff, all the useful stuff separated into classes. It's pretty cool. I'm liking it.
So you're diving headfirst into production. I mean, that
engineering.
You have committed yourself to this is what you're going to be doing.
That's what I feel like I've known that for a good amount of time. I remember senior year, everyone was freaking out about like what are they gonna do after high school, but I already kind of knew I wanted to go to school for this for a long time.
So you're working a full-time job and taking classes as well as doing actual work on the side. So how many hours a week are you guys putting in collectively into your music?
It really varies because, like, we can make one beat one day.
On average, I say one beat a day. So, like, it's only like 7 hours a week, but it definitely varies. Like sometimes we'll get super into it.
We can make like one beat one day, and then the next day make 4.
The week we were in LA, we
definitely.
I mean, that's probably
plus.
That's probably over 100 hours of work when we were in LA that week.
Yeah, we were constantly working.
So yeah.
So what does it take to make a beat? And how long how long is a song for you guys?
On average, I mean, it used to be like 3-4 minutes was the standard, but now it's kind of like 1 to 2. So literally, some of our beats will be like 1 minute and 20 seconds long, and that's it. Because that's long enough to get a stream on Spotify. But like, if we want to get really artistic with it, it might be up to like 3 minutes, but I never really go over 3 minutes.
Yeah. Usually my beats are like 2 minutes, usually always. Yeah.
So it's 2 minutes of basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is you're not looping your music. You're not making a 2-minute beat and then looping it 2 or 3 times to make a 4 or 5 minute song. Your beat, your entire, let's say,
variation. It has variation throughout.
Your 2-minute beat is varied from start to finish. There's something different so that I as a consumer know, hey, this man, he worked for 30 seconds and he's just looping this stuff.
No.
And so
There's all, I mean, not all, but most of our beats, I would say, do tell a story in whatever way you want to think about it, because it's not like our beats have words, because they don't, but like the way we arrange them are supposed to be kind of, I can't think of another word besides storytelling. But yeah, it's supposed to move like a movie, like you're watching something.
how do beats tell a story?
Not necessarily like a real story, but like you have your like build and release of tension, and there's like suspense, and then there's like a climax. It has like a body of a story kind of going
The
on.
way that most songs
Yeah.
in general are. I
Yeah.
mean, but what I'm asking is, I like the way you said that. But for me, how are beats going to tell a story when a country song or a rap song or hip hop song or metal song or black metal song has vocals
Mm-hmm.
to tell the story?
Yeah.
How does a beat alone tell a story?
Just the elements we put into the beat. Like, we could have a piano at the beginning, just solo, and then at the end of the beat, it's a bunch of stuff just all together that sounds so beautiful. And I feel like that's why I'm into producing.
The reason I ask is because it seems like to me, if you want a beat to tell a story or to convey some sort of emotion without vocals, that's a talent. That, I mean, to me, it's easy for me to listen to a song that tells a story because the vocals set the stage. The vocals tell me what, when I close my eyes, the video that should be playing in my mind. But you guys don't have that option, but your music has to tell a story. That seems like that's a lot more creative than just the average song.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. And the words tell a story are, I guess, a metaphor, when you look at it literally. But I would say, like, even if it's more vague than a full put together song, yes, an instrumental 100% tells a story still, I guess.
Seems like you guys are really vested in doing this.
Yeah.
And it seems like you're intent on making this a career. Is that safe to say?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think, is this the career you want?
Yes. It's a career that I've dreamed of, and it's like, I mean, pretty hard to get there, obviously. So, which is why I'm going to school and having a backup plan for everything. But I like whatever I want to do. It definitely wants to be. It definitely I definitely want it to have to do with music.
Yeah. I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
I really don't. I mean, obviously, I want producing to be my number one, but if anything else in the music industry like happens to like give me an opportunity, and I'll gladly take it. Like, I love music, so I just want to do it for a career.
I mean, it seems like you guys are really into this and you're taking extra steps to move forward with it. Even though you're self-taught, you're still taking classes on the side. You're looking at other instructional videos. You're leaning on producers that are doing what you want to do and you're trying to learn from them. At the same time, you're out there making music and selling music and getting in the business side of it. It just, that's
My bad. Really, dude? That was my alarm to have my content ready for tomorrow on Instagram.
Just setting alarms.
Well, no. You know what? I can, other than the fact that, it went off like that, I think that is awesome that you have an alarm
Yeah.
to remind you that you need to post to further your career. I mean,
Yeah.
even I don't know what time it is right now, but
30.
I mean, it just, to me, it really shows how serious you are about what you're doing,
Yeah.
and that you set alarms to make sure that you post on social media. And you said earlier that you post 2 or 3 times every single day, and I know that in and of itself has got to be a challenge, because I just can't do it. I want to do it, but I work also,
Yes.
and I don't have time to do it, to be honest with you, to post once every day, much less 2 or 3 times a day, to all the different social medias. And the fact that you have an alarm set to make sure that you get out there and do that's pretty cool. I mean, that's
you.
a pro move right there, I think. And
Thank
there's not a lot of people out there in music that set alarms to make sure that things are done. And there probably are a lot of people that do it, but there's plenty of people that don't. They want their art to speak for itself and to move the needle. They're not out there doing the promotion.
Mhm.
And I think right now, especially for anybody in the indie field, producer, engineer, rapper, writer, whatever the case may be, you need to focus more on, not more, but you need to focus as much on promotion as you do the actual art that you're producing.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
Unfortunately, that's how I wish it wasn't like that, but
Yeah.
yeah, you have to.
well, how would someone, what would you tell me if I came to you as an open book and I said, I want to do what you do? How do I need to get started? What do I need to do to be like y'all?
Get a schedule. Have a schedule. Just
I guess. Yeah.
that's
Makes sense.
I feel like that's the most like that's the best thing you could do if you want to do content creation. Like just having a schedule so you know when to post and just research like when to post when everybody's online. Just
Calendar app.
yeah.
Like, see, I use alarms because I'll forget to even check the calendar app. But like people, yeah, just set reminders and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's so many ways that you can be consistent with it. So take advantage with whatever your phone is a genius. It can help so
Living.
much.
All right, guys. So I'm going to ask y'all a question that I ask all artists that come on the show. What are, and since there's 2 of you, I'm going to bring the number down a little bit, but what are 2 questions that you've never been asked that you wish someone would ask you? And what are the answers to those questions? In fact, I'm going to give you your first one.
Oh, okay.
And this goes for each of you.
Okay.
Okay.
How are you doing?
That's a good question. You know, okay. Um, just graduating high school is kind of crazy. It's a big transition. Weird life stuff going on, but I can kind of first of all, I can escape. I can escape it with music, and second of all, I can like convey it through music. And that makes me happy. Like, so it's not like I'm all sad and stuff. In fact, I'm probably more happy than sad, which is great. But yeah, there has been some like road bumps on the road since I've graduated high school. Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to be an adult.
Yep.
Yeah.
It sucks. It
Yeah.
really does.
Oh yeah.
It sucks
Yeah.
a
That
lot,
shit,
but
yeah. I mean, I'm just learning how to live life right now. I'm really just trying to just make some money, just not cruise through life, but like getting in the habit of being an adult. So, I mean, like he said, just graduating high school and having life like turn in an instant, like it's pretty insane. And especially since I haven't gone to school, I've really gotta learn how to be an adult. So yeah, I mean, but I'm fine right now. But just learn.
okay. Well, becoming an adult sucks a lot.
Yeah.
And just when you think you got it under control, something else happens.
Yeah.
So
It's all part of it.
yeah, it's all part of it. So I gave you your first one. What's your second one?
I gotta think about it. Yeah, I'll go ahead, and I think you can probably guess what I'm gonna say. Because he's the only person I talk about this with. But if I had a question I wanted people to ask me is what does my music mean? Like what is the background of the feeling you're trying to emulate with your art? And um I love, like, this is gonna sound corny, but I love the phrase YOLO. You only live once, and I
Or
like,
you only live
yeah.
once.
And I want people to like, feel super alive when they listen to my music. And like, it doesn't necessarily correlate with a singular emotion. It's just kind of, I want people to live their lives to the fullest, because you only get to live it once, and there's only so much you can do, and that's what this is all about to me.
I agree with that.
I'm still thinking about a question, dude.
Well, okay. I mean, keep thinking, but I'm a little bit older than you. And I remember when I was your age, I thought I was living life. And at the time I was, but it wasn't looking back. It wasn't I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't I didn't live life to the fullest because I had my own demons I had to deal with, just like every other human walking this planet. And I think I gave those demons a little too much time and energy.
That is my whole point. You just disregard that.
And I look back, and if I could do it again, or if I was telling you, man, look them in the face and say, you know what? I don't have time for you right now. I got to go out.
They don't matter.
I got to go out and do me.
Yes.
And, you can tell someone that all day, the same way older men told me, blah, and I would just let it go in one ear and straight out the other because, old man telling me, blah, 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 blah. And it's the same thing. Each generation goes through that. You're going to be older one day talking to younger people, telling them the same thing. But I mean, if you take that approach right now to life and you look that demon in the face and say, I ain't got time for you, get out of here, or I'm going to throw you out, and you move forward, I think that's a good approach. YOLO, you only live once,
Yep.
so tell them
Make
get
the
out of
most of it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I think I have my question. It's who inspired you to start making music? And I think it's my parents. Like my dad put me on a lot of old stuff when I was younger. He would just play a lot of like 90s rap, and I was just like, damn, that beat, I really like this beat. And he could tell you like every single time he'd play like say Master P or somebody like that or Lil Wayne, I'd be like, who made this beat? And he'll say, guess. And me and my dad play this game where he plays old songs, and I try to guess the producer, and then I get it right damn near every time. But I think that the answer to that question was like, yeah, my parents.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, is there anything you want to tell your fans out there right now?
Live to die. Hashtag live to die. You know what it is. Strike money.
You know what it is, man. You know what it is. I ain't even got to say so much more. You know what it is, man.
Shoot. Follow my TikTok. .stryk3. That's it.
XEFEPUNK on Instagram and TikTok, everywhere. Yeah.
You know, if
I'm
you
gonna
listening,
I'm gonna be big. So
if you listen and you do music, hit me up. I'll probably answer and want to work. So
hit me up, man.
Oh.
I'm making beats every day. Why haven't you hit me up yet? Like, come on.
Don't say I'll probably answer. Say I will answer.
I will answer. Of course I will.
Ego shit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's never
Okay, well, you know
Yeah.
what? Let me take it back. Let me take it back. Don't lie to the people. Don't lie to them.
No, I will answer.
Okay.
I was just saying,
I didn't want to put words in your
No,
mouth
Somebody ain't
because
get an answer.
I will definitely answer you if you guys DM me about some music. I was only saying probably to look cool.
Okay. All right. So, guys, we have reached the end of another episode of Two Beers with a Band.
Yes, yeah.
And
Shit on mic, dude. Jesus.
well, I mean, it is what it is.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. And I would just like to say to all of you guys fans, as well as anybody who is going to be hearing this in the future, thanks for making it to this part of the video. If you've enjoyed this episode, leave me a like and a comment. If you didn't like this episode, leave me a comment and tell me why. If there are any questions that anyone would like me to ask these guys next time they show up for a conversation, leave me some comments and I'll definitely let them know. And if you would like to learn more about these guys, check them out on their social media pages. Hit them up and tell them you heard about them here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Guys,
Hit us up, man.
have a great week. Guys,
True.
have a great week. And we're out.